30 years ago, that would have taken a couple of days to get through, but not anymore. Now, you may have been picking up on a couple of important things that we're learning about in terms of aging in the last few segments. And those are: 1, we get better at focusing on what is important to us. 2, we actually get better at focusing on the positive stuff. And 3, we get better at spending less time on the negative stuff. We essentially stop wasting time on the things that don't matter and we savor the good stuff. Okay, now there is also research which suggests that there are a few specific emotions which older people, compared with younger people, experience less. And these are sadness, anger, fear, and also shame. It's not, of course, that they never experience these, but they definitely experience less than younger people, and they manage them better. We call this self-regulation, and it turns out that older people might be a little better than younger people at this. Now, the thing about this is it can make us more effective at dealing with relationships. And one of the ways this can show up in relationships is that we may care less about conflict. We actually get better at putting ourselves in other people's shoes, and we get better at compromising. So we see this, I think, a lot in successful older marriages, don't we? I asked an older client once about a fight that he had had with his wife, and it was to do with his sister, who has a mental health issue, and they had been dealing with this for a long time. And a lot of fights used to start over if the husband would call her in time or keep an eye on her in the right way. And, he sometimes didn't always do this, and his wife would get mad. And so I was asking him about this, and he said, well, I'll tell you how it goes now. Now what happens is we fight it out a little bit in the morning. Then my daughter comes over. She distracts my wife. My wife forgets about me. My daughter tells me everything that's wrong about me. And then by the time we get to the news, the whole fight is forgotten about. So that's the beauty of an older marriage, I think. And he said, 30 years ago, that would have taken a couple of days to get through, but not anymore. Okay. And I think the key with this is what we see is this is both the husband and the wife's ability to just sort of let it go, not focus on it, and focus on the things that are more important. And I love this because really, all that drama that we experience when we're younger just starts to fade away. The difficult sister, the stubbornness, the meddling, the critical daughter, it's kind of there, but that's just people, right? And it's all smoothed out now, right? Okay, so I think the thing for us to take away on this is as we get older, conflict gets easier, and those things that cause negative feelings, stuff like that, they don't get as much of our time. And frankly, because we're used to the conflicts, we kind of have them down pat. So here's your takeaway to think about. What fights have gotten easier as you've gotten older? What dramas just aren't dramas anymore? What do you notice that you can just let go of now and you don't worry about that anymore? And once again, you can thank your aging brain for that.